Hello to my Aries. This is Queen Amun-Ra coming to you with your general reading. Aries, sending you all lots of love and light. Hopefully everybody's having a great week so far. I know you are because you're setting those intentions, right? So let's get into it. General reading, so take only what resonates with you. I will be channeling your energy. I've already prayed over your cards and laid out the spread here. Those of you all who have been with me since day one, thank you. Sending you all lots of love and light. If you're coming back, thank you for coming back. If you're new, welcome. All right, let's get it. New love and new and exciting love awaits. Okay, so this is a complete and total overhaul, right? So you're gonna have to make room for new love. That means you're gonna have to close out cycles, enforce boundaries, all of that. What I was seeing, when I was praying over your cards, Aries, in terms of like a new love, you're going to have to release everything from your past that doesn't align with your highest timeline. That is people, places, and things. So if there is an ex out there that you feel like, okay, like I try to put as much information out there as possible, like the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. I have that on my TikTok and also on my YouTube shorts. And so you have new and exciting love awaiting for you, whoever you are. You are ruled first house. You all are courageous, you're energetic, and you're pioneering, and that's what people love you for. So it's just like, don't go back to being impulsive, aggressive, or impatient with love if that's what you desire. You all are actually ruled by a sexual planet, Mars. It's an energy planet, but it's also a masculine planet. It's a fighting planet. So if you're fighting for love, you're fighting for self-love, right? Because that's the frequency that you want to be on. That is the frequency that you want to be on. You want to be on the frequency of self-love. That's going to help, believe it or not, that is going to put you exactly where you want to be in terms of just your relationship. This reading is for the 19th through the 26th. And like I said, we have a new moon on the 21st on Sunday, right? We are headed towards a new season. Yeah, we're currently in Virgo season. And so we are headed towards a new season. So relationships are going to be really important. So you want to know ahead of time if someone is an open enemy or a secret enemy to you. And so in the past, a secret enemy could have been somebody that you just didn't do the upfront work and then find out on the back end that, hey, we're not really compatible, right? You don't have to wait till you get to court. You can see it right there in spiritual court, right? So let's get into it. New love, new and exciting love awaits. All right, so let's do it. You want to be on your highest timeline, right, to attract what you want. So you all are radiant. You all are radiant souls. Like I said before, your first card is going to be the Magician card here. So, you know, you're standing in power of manifestation this week, Aries, and Spirit shows you, you know, through your thoughts, your words, and energy are shaping your reality, right? So again, if you're trying to attract something, your challenge is going to be the Hangman, right? That challenge is surrender, pausing to see things from a higher perspective. Spirit, you know, asks you to release control and trust divine timing. So somebody could have felt like they were sacrificed. You made all of these sacrifices in the past, and, you know, here you are now. Something is over, right? And past influences would be the Death card. That would be that something is over. You're like, I made all of these sacrifices, and then bam, look at this, it's over, right? Something could have, you know, some people, it drives them to drinking. For some people, it drives them to single parenting. For some people, it drives them to, you know, raising your kids. It could literally drive somebody crazy when you feel like when that's where your focus is. I made all these sacrifices. I emptied myself out, and look what happened. Source is saying, but is it better for you to sit in that position of talking about all the sacrifices you made, hanging your side up, giving yourself a headache? Like, think about all the blood rushing to your head, hanging yourself upside down, or saying, you know what, I'm not a bat. I don't sleep upside down. I'm not giving myself a headache over something anymore. I'm not receiving any mixed messages about something. Either I'm going to speak up, right, for what I want. You're going to put it out into the universe and let something meet you on that particular frequency. And the influence for you, future influence, is going to be the star, your 11th house. You're coming out of that 8th house energy. You know, what we, 8th house energy is about what you're chained to. It could be a chain to a belief system. It could be chained to, like I said, a person, place, or thing, right? I believe that, whatever. I'm just chained to, look at the number 8. It looks like an infinity symbol, right? So I don't want to be hooked on a particular belief system where I'm giving myself, I feel like blood is rushing to my head, right? And by the way, the moon is in Leo, and it affects your heart, your aorta, your blood pressure, your blood circulation. Why drive yourself crazy, hanging yourself upside down, hanging around for something that's over? If you're not speaking up, you and Scorpio actually are ruled by Mars, the energy planet. Your Mars is the Tower card right here. This is the Tower card, which came out in your spread. You got a lot of major things that's happening in your life, Aries. Why sit around and wait for something that's over? That's wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Sun, moon. It could be your moon sign. It could be your star sign. I'm speaking to all parts of wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Bottom line is that you can look at something as like, am I being impatient, or should I just move on? If you're not speaking up, you probably should just move on, right? Because you don't want to feel like you're getting mixed signals when it comes to certain things. If you're not speaking up and you're just sitting there, then that's unhealthy and it's wounded. That puts you in toxic feminine energy, and you're a robot masculine planet. So that's like pouring gasoline on fire, right? It's just, it's like having a backdraft. That's what's giving somebody a headache. It's just like, okay, either somebody's going to speak up. If you feel like in terms of love, either you're going to speak up or move on. It's really just that simple, right? And your conscious goal would be the High Priestess, right? So you're striving for deeper spiritual wisdom and intuitive mastery. So your conscious aim is to listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. That right here, your portal is wide open. It's open. Even though we're at the end of a cycle, we're in the last quarter moon phase. And like I said, the moon is in Leo. You're going where you are appreciated and not where you're tolerated. If you feel like, okay, I'm just being tolerated in past relationships, that's not the time to develop low self-esteem. Not at all. If it's not meeting you on your highest timeline, you know you better than anyone knows you. You know you better than anyone. And so it's just saying it's time to balance it out. Healthy work-life balance. Healthy work-life balance here. And so your unconscious influence is the moon, right? Sun and moon sign. Your sun and moon sign. That's going to be your subconscious hidden truths or unprocessed fears are surfacing. And so Spirit encourages you to honor your dreams, your intuition, and your shadow work, right? I also in my on my Etsy store, I also have gemstones and crystals, which is going to really help you with self-love, right? And then my oil here, like I said, the bottle on there, and this is from my own garden of rosemary, right? So this is going to help you with your third eye, right? So that you can see it. You can really, really see it, right? So again, so it's saying there's so many resources out here for people to get it, like to really, really get it, right? Even if you wanted to just be by yourself for a while, you could be your own new and exciting love. You could be your new and exciting love. Like that, sitting down and saying, okay, this is how I deserve to be loved. This is what I give out, and this is what I want back to come back to me, right? And so stop being unfair to yourselves. Stop being unfair to yourselves, right? So that's your unconscious influence. Find out what your sun sign is. If you tuned into this, find out what your moon sign is. I also do birth chart readings, and I take that 30 to 45 page report and give you a 1 to 3 page comprehensive report so that you don't have to sift through all of that. So get your reading, y'all. Really. Okay. So Advice would be the Hierophant. Yes, seek alignment with spiritual teachings, sacred knowledge, and ancestral wisdom. And so Spirit says, guidance is coming through divine channels. It's coming through divine channels, okay? And your influences would be, the external influences would be Wheel of Fortune. And so the energies around you are shifting in divine rhythm. Karmic cycles are turning, bringing opportunities for spiritual expansion for you. So come on, y'all, get it. Let's get it, right? So your hopes and fears would be the Tower. You may fear sudden upheaval. Yes, Spirit reminds you that breakdowns often create breakthroughs. And so trust that disruption clears the path. Yeah, disruption clears the path. And the outcome for you is going to be the World card. This week ends with completion and integration. Spirit affirms that you are entering new vibration, whole, expanded, and ready for the next chapter of your soul's journey. So the closing message for you all, Aries, in short, is alignment, surrender, and spiritual rebirth, right? This is rebirth. This death card is rebirth. If you hanging around this hangman right here until you get in your head is spinning upside down, when you're trying to get into a new and exuberant love or new and exciting love for you, and you're getting a headache, like, I'm just so confused, I'm so turned around, I don't know what to do, whether you're sun or moon sign, don't sit around until it's something unhealthy for you, where you're sitting there where you feel like, I feel like when the moon moves into Leo, I'm sitting around and I feel like I'm just being tolerated and I am not appreciated. That's in your personal and your professional life. Why are you hanging around? It is not meeting your highest timeline, is what Source is trying to help somebody. So the Magician card is going to show you your manifesting power. The Star is going to restore your divine hope. The World card affirms completion and wholeness. And so Spirit calls you to embrace both your shadow and your light as you step into a higher frequency of being, right? So if this message resonates with you, share with someone who needs inspiration today. As always, stay strong, stay focused, stay victorious. But again, if you want new and exuberant love and everybody else is speaking on your behalf and you're not speaking up, guess what? You may be dealing with somebody who is already on a high timeline, who they're not reading your mind. They're not going to read your mind. They could be too busy reading cards. They could be too busy doing other stuff. They could be too busy doing other stuff just like you are, and they don't have time to just kind of sit there and pick somebody's brain and figure out what's what, right? So yeah, your laughter is medicine. Yeah, your laughter is medicine. Like I said, people love Aries. I don't know. I mean, anyway, the angel of prophecy and wisdom is with you. People love high vibrating Aries. They do. Time to ground yourself. I've talked to so many people since my channel has been up. And, since my channel first went live. And people really, really love that fire. So love yourselves more. Love up on yourselves more, right? So your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Yeah, so pray for them, whoever you're praying for. So you have the gift of clairvoyance. This is seeing things clearly. You'd be surprised when you are your true and authentic self. You're not hiding anything. You're true, your authentic self. That is going to be the quickest way for you to attract who you want, really. Make room for a new blessing. So somebody wants the best for you. So if you're a person, because you're ruled by Mars, is highly sexual, even if you're a woman and you're your masculine energy, it doesn't mean that just because somebody calls you a garden tool, that's true. That may be their truth projecting something onto you, or whatever it is that you like. Source is saying, be honest with yourself first and foremost. You don't want that to be a blockage for you. You don't want it to be a blockage for you. So Archangel Michael, the dispenser of justice, is with you, right? And so, yeah, you're not going back to being imbalanced anymore. So your new home awaits. You're not going back to being imbalanced anymore. We're talking about your physical body as your new home. Heal people move differently. Heal people just move differently. See, when people think home, they think in just a physical term, like I'm getting a new house, I'm getting a new... It's your physical home. Your body is your home. Your body is your home. Get into it. Get into it. Right? So new and exciting love awaits. New and exciting love awaits. So, yeah, deception and envy. Yeah, somebody is focused on the wrong thing. Somebody is like, there could be a Taurus in your life, or someone who is, Taurians are Taurians are reliable. They're patient, and they're also very sensual zodiac sign. The low vibrating Taurus would be stubborn, possessive, and resistant to change. You could have somebody in your life right now that you're almost mirroring their energy, whoever you are, where somebody's like, you just need to be a little bit more patient. And that's, you're about to just, like I said, your head is about to spin around and pop off. You could be so exhausted, you know, for just waiting. If that's the case, then you're the one that's wearing someone else's mask. And remember, your ascendant is your mask. Your ascendant sign is your mask. Remember, your identity is your star sign or your sun sign. Your first, your ascendant or your rising sign, and your, what did I say? Your ascendant / rising, right? Okay, we got patience and planning here. There's 7 again. Yeah, you're learning how to be patient, and we got 7 here. You're closing out 2 cycles. Right? So I just want, oh, then we got 7 again. Choose wisely, right? You said we got 7. So you're definitely in the flow. You can't wear someone else's mask because somebody else is telling you what works for them. To just be patient. Things are going to come around for you. If you feel like, okay, I have been patient. I'm on my timeline. This is me. I'm not trying to wear somebody else's mask. If they want to sit there until they turn into a skeleton, that is on them. For real. I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. I know sometimes my readings, you know, it could be like, ha ha, he he, funny. But you can't be on somebody else's timeline and expect to get what you want for you. What works for you works for you. And what works for them works for them. If they want to sit there to the end of time, then that's on them. But you, Source is saying to you, you're a prayer warrior. Get completely honest with yourself about what you want, who you want, what they look like, all of that. I mean, outer shell, inner shell, all of that. Someone who is going to, if you're a person who likes the sparks to fly and you're a highly sexual person, if that's who you are, and, you know, and so you're saying, okay, I'm going after what I want. I'm not sitting around just waiting, right? So inner child, that's right. So allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings, right? But again, choose wisely, because it's a lot of finger pointing. Somebody's using their energy the wrong way. And so it's like you trying to attract new and exciting love, and it's waiting for you. So what you doing, right? That's what's coming across your path. That is what I have for you all. Thank you for joining me. Again, if you're trying to schedule a personal reading, my information is on my website, queenamunra.com. You'll also get a chance to see my store and see what's currently in the store. But yeah, it's time to open up your third eye. Like really, really see what you haven't been seeing. All right, bye.